You feel the weight and then you burst through the struggles, tearing through flesh with the heart of a lion. We will build the war.
I have officially fired Schneider National, Schneider Trucking. The reasons, multiple reasons. I've worked at Schneider since 2011. Got paid really good as a company driver, thanks to a man by the name of Kurt Fulth, who really went for the driver's pay. He started up the Masonite account, and that's what I was hired to do. And he went to bat for us, and he got us a good pay package. So Kurt Fulth, if you're watching, I thank you so very much. Had a couple of bosses there at first. Stu Cotchins, Dennis Myers. Went on to be Kenneth Stafford, Angie Carson, then Paul Green. All those people did me fair and did me right, and I enjoyed working with every single one of those people. I came over here and it was like, oh, why are you going to a mega carrier? It's like you're going backwards. I was like, no, I'm not. This is the best I've ever gotten paid. The best I've ever gotten paid was at Schneider as a company driver. I got paid more as a company driver than what I got paid as an IC. And it was little to zero stress. Only stress I had was Fridays driving through Dallas-Fort Worth. And if that's the biggest stress you had, then you're doing something good. Man, we had the best drivers. Masonite, we had the best drivers. Big Bob Ayling, probably my best friend that worked there throughout that whole time. We started together, we ended together. I looked up to him, and I still do. He's an old school driver. Little Bob was always the guy that was always bouncing off the walls. You had Glenn. Glenn was kind of quiet and kind of reserved, soft-spoken, but he did his job right. And he was by the book, man. He was by the book. There was no cutting corners with Glenn. Milton Hall. Milton Hall was the guy that made us all laugh. He was the guy that he was just a stand-up guy. Ex-military. Retired military. Everybody loved Milton Hall. Several others. Mark Pugh, he didn't stay there for very long, but he was one of us while he was there. There was a whole bunch of them. At the end there, you had Shooter McGavin. Y'all seen him in my videos. We had a bunch of drivers that we all stuck up for each other. We were all... We were pretty close-knit. You know, when we saw each other, we shook each other's hands and everything. Best group of drivers I think I've ever worked with. We worked with Masonite. Masonite, their shipping and their shipping department was the greatest. With Freddie, Andy, and Doug and others. I look forward to seeing them every day when I was up there. If we had to wait 4 or 5 hours to get a load, it was entertainment in that shipping office. Let me tell you, it was entertainment. As Paul Green, I remember his first time around up there. He was like, you're like this, because he couldn't work because we were, and Freddie and Andy and Doug and all of us drivers, we owned that place. And everybody loved each other. There was no fighting. There was no nothing. It was just good camaraderie. It was great. Schneider was great. The dedicated side was great. I could call in to my boss no matter who it was. If it was Paul, Kenneth, or Stu, or Dennis, or Angie, I can call in. I could text them. Anything. I could bust their balls. They could bust my balls. And it was all good. I learned a lot from those people. I had probably the best fun out of all my trucking career on the Masonite account. When that account ended, I was sad. But I was like, hey, I'm going to start this IC thing. I kind of wanted to do it and everything. For me, myself, that's when it went downhill. Just for the fact that I just love the camaraderie and the brotherhood and the people. And you didn't really have that with this. On my first ICA, Cindy Taylor, she was a great person. Vivian Lewis, the ICR, she's still my ICR. She's really good people. I won't give a shout out to them if they're watching. But outside of that, I just did not have fun on the Schneider IC board. I just didn't do it because, I don't know, maybe I'm wired a little bit differently. My fellow IC drivers like Reggie, you know, you got Mr. Hicks out there, you got Jeffrey Like, you got Snorlord, you got Gary Compton, you got Yukon Cornelius, Shooter McGavin again. You know, there was a bunch of us, you know, Big Billy, that were doing the same thing. We're always leaning on each other to help each other out. The micromanaging, that's the reason why I'm leaving Schneider. The micromanaging and just policy after policy, making new policies. It's kind of like the U.S. government, the federal government. Hey, we're bored, let's make up some new laws. Well, let's make up some new policies. And I hated that. And I'm guessing there's been a lot of Schneider ICs that have been late. Well, they ruin it for the rest of us. You know? And instead of Schneider taking care of those people that are continuously late, we all get in trouble for it. We're all getting scolded. And I didn't like that. I just didn't like that. And that's not going to change because of me. I can't get on YouTube and say, hey, please stop doing this, because it's still going to happen. That's the reason why I'm leaving. I'm leaving because, let's face it, make anywhere between 55 a year to 60 a year. And I feel like I'm more than that. Now, granted, I can make more than that if I leave Texas, Louisiana, but I don't want to. I have to move on. Listen, you know, this may sound like I'm coming down on Schneider, and I kind of am. But let's be totally honest, 100% real. Schneider has allowed me to get on YouTube and say exactly what I want to say. I don't go around, they tell me what not to say, and I don't say it. I don't speak in behalf of Schneider, I speak in behalf of Ike Stevens. That's the difference. And Schneider has allowed me to have a voice. They've never came to me and say, hey, please, Ike, don't say this, or please take this video down. Never, 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 never. Never. And I want to thank everybody in Green Bay who has allowed me to be me on YouTube. I just want to thank you for allowing me to have a voice, because you could have shut me down a long time ago, and you didn't. You know? And in return, I brought in a whole bunch of drivers to Schneider. I brought in a whole lot. Face it, that's just what I did. I brought in a whole lot because I spoke highly of Schneider. And I still do to an extent. You come over here on the dedicated side, make some money. IC program, yes, you can make some money. The only problem is you're going to be micromanaged. You know, if your truck sees a bridge and it hits the brakes, guess what? You're going to have to call and get scolded. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with Schneider's training policies for the new drivers. I just don't. At the end of the day, I made a lot of memories here, and it was all positive. Made a lot of money, made a lot of friends, and a lot of memories. Learned a lot about the trucking industry. A lot of things I did not know before. And so if you're an experienced driver and you want to come over here and make some money. You can do it. You can make some money over here. You just can. You're just going to have to put up with the mega carrier mentality. And if you can deal with that, fine. I dealt with that for 6 years. Till I was like, hey, I've had enough. A door opened somewhere else, and I'm taking that leap. I'm not leaving because of one thing. I'm leaving because it's what I need to do. What I need to do for myself. I need to make more money. I need to have that lifestyle that I crave. And I got to get away from this stress, which is this truck. This truck is my stress. I'll touch on my failures as a lease operator in the coming videos. But until then, Schneider, just thank you. Thank you for allowing me to be me, making good money, being fair, very fair. Until recently, I've been treated very, very fair. And that's all I ask. Treat me right, pay me good money, treat me fair. And for anyone that's out there saying I had any special privileges as a YouTuber working over here, I did not get any special privileges at all. At all. If I had a referral, I had to go through the same way everyone else did. All the drivers at Schneider, good luck to you. All the ICs out there, all the company drivers, it was fun working with you. Go be somebody. Go do something. Be positive for your company. Represent Schneider well. Don't wear flip-flops. And to everybody watching at Schneider, in Green Bay, Charlotte, Dallas OC, and anywhere else, 73.
It's my quarterback.